I think that gaming in 2026 is very, very lackluster, to say the least. I've never cared about the PlayStation 5. I have the latest edition of Xbox, but I got it out of impulse when all my friends wanted to play the college football game that came out a couple years ago. I didn't even care to play it. I just thought it'd be fun to play games with friends again. And it was. That was definitely fun for sure. But other than the occasional game night with the boys playing either Rocket League or watching another guy play a game and you just kind of commentate over it, there's not much else to it. I've started to make a change in my life. I realized that since there's not a lot of great games coming out, which I will say, Detour, I did love Arc Raiders. Being a dad has kind of halted me being able to play online games like that all the time. So when I do get the occasional Arc Raiders game in, that's pretty fun. The change that I've started to make comes in the form of looking back to older generations. GameStop recently just announced that the PlayStation 3, the Xbox 360, and the Wii are all considered retro consoles. That sounds crazy to say, but it's true. It is. I mean, we are on the cusp of maybe the PlayStation 5 not being, and the Xbox Series X, S, whatever the fuck they're called. They're on the cusp of being on their life cycle being over and looking to the next generation of systems, whatever that may be, whatever that may look like. So in this last year or so, I've made the conscious decision to, again, look back to these retro consoles that aren't getting played anymore, because there's not only a full collection of games that have been so good from this generation that they're getting remastered again and again and again. So you already have that. You have that in mind. This is one of the best generation of consoles to ever come out. You have that. You have games that I never got to play. I was on PlayStation 3 in the first half of that generation, and then as we went into the next one, I kind of fell in love with that 360 when Halo Reach and stuff like that came out. There's a lot of games that I missed on the back half of the PlayStation, but on the front half of the 360, and that's what I've done. I am officially moving back generations, and not only doing that has benefited me in a sense of understanding the value of a physical game again, but also that you just don't have everything. New consoles are being expensive. The new games that are coming out are looking to be potentially over $100. I'm going to look back to the old games that are, majority of the time, pretty cheap. I've started specifically with PlayStation 3. I have a lot more nostalgia for the PlayStation 3 because I have a lot of games that are intriguing to me to replay, but as well as play for the first time. For example, I have the game Resistance Fall of Man. Not a lot of people in my life have played Resistance Fall of Man. Essentially what it is a reimagining of World War II, but instead of fighting the Germans, it's an alien invasion. Super cool. It's a game that I feel like reminds me a lot of a mix of BioShock and Call of Duty. BioShock with the unnatural weapons, as well as the documentary style of what has happened. You get a little box in the corner. It's like a radio of people talking about the history. But then you have the Call of Duty side, which is a linear mission style, where instead of fighting Nazis, you're fighting the aliens. Super cool game. Not a lot of people played it. There's three of them. I never played the second or the third one. So that's another thing added to the list. I want to replay this, but I want to see what happens. I want to see where Resistance 3 goes. So yeah, that's another reason why I love what I'm doing. Another franchise that I'm a big fan of, but kind of fell off with the later games, is the Assassin's Creed games. I remember playing Assassin's Creed. That was the first game I ever played on the PlayStation, and it's so iconic. It's, you know, it for its time, it was very cool. It felt like I could choose how I'm going to kill somebody, how I'm going to assassinate this person. And that was really cool to me. But then Assassin's Creed 2 is probably one of my favorite games of all time, story-wise. I love history. That is something that in me is enjoyable to see, is a fiction meets nonfiction. And Assassin's Creed is that, and Assassin's Creed 2 is the peak of the series. But I never played Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. That was the one I ended on 3, which I love Assassin's Creed 3 as well. But this is a chance for me to, play these games. And, I think it's super cool to do this, not only being almost 30 years old. I'm going to be 30 next week. And making this decision to just financially wise, not worry about the new games. These are like my records. This is my library of my memories. Whenever I'm like, feeling nostalgic, get a little drink. I'm going to get a little snack, maybe doing some gardening. And then I pop open Killzone 2, sit back and play some Killzone 2, kill some Hellghast, fuck shit up. That's so cool to me. Which, again, this is, I guess, another reason I should have probably written out these reasons, but I'm just treating this like a journal entry, and that's all it is. I'm Timbo talking, and I just talked about that. This is becoming more so like what I've decided to change in my life for 2026. But yeah, I've added reading. I'm currently reading 2 books. I have a home book, and then I have a workbook. My home book currently is The Shining that somebody got me for Christmas. And my other book is Dungeon Crawler Carl, which I was told it's like a, fun, like fantasy D&D style book, something that would interest me. And they both, again, serve a purpose. They serve that singular purpose of me not having to be on my phone as much, where I can read. I can, I have more fun, thoughtful book at work that I can open up and kind of, it's easy to get to whenever, you have downtime. And then I have The Shining at home, specifically when I'm on the toilet as of right now. But yeah, it's fun. It's nice to not be on your phone. I think that is the message that I'm trying to get, I guess, is I just don't want to be on my phone anymore. So that is my entry point was collecting physical media in the form of PlayStation games. I have some Switch games too. Just because I think having physical Nintendo is a lot cooler than having the digital shit. But it started with that, and it led to, I just don't want to be on my phone as much. And I still want to, but I still like technology, but I think having it all in one place is not good anymore. So that's what I've led to doing. It's been pretty nice. I don't have a lot of time right now to do all of this stuff. Having a 6-month-old is super cool, and she's constantly learning, but I feel like I want to be present there. So that's where gaming hasn't been super prevalent in the front facing things, but I'm starting. And whenever I get to that point, we're going to be next level, guys, next level. But that's just where I'm at right now. And I still want to make videos, and I'm going to keep making videos. But I guess this is more just an update on my life now. What am I doing? I'm all over the place. I need to just stop. I need to stop. Thank you so much, and subscribe and like this video and comment, and I'm gonna end this video right now. All right.